Hey friends, welcome back. The thing that's been on my mind today is how do you determine if something is an idol in your life, right? Are things inherently idols? Is there a rule book to make something an idol? Like, is something an idol itself? Do you make something an idol? And I was listening to this podcast the other day, and it gave a really interesting perspective that I think will clear that up. It cleared it up for me, and I think it'll clear up for you too. Where, okay, so things aren't inherently idols. It's where, take TV for example, right? You can totally watch Seinfeld or something as your favorite show. You know, you watch an episode every night, whatever, right? That's okay. TV itself and the shows itself, that kind of thing, aren't inherently idols. However, if that thing becomes more important to you, or not to say more important, but if you go to that first for comfort and relief from your problems instead of like going to the word and praying and all of that, then that is an idol. You know what I mean? Because like, it's so tough because there's this one girl that we're like kind of dating right now. We're going through our non-negotiable list. And she's talking about how she doesn't like witchcraft and how that's why she won't watch movies like Wicked and all of that. And honestly, it depends on how you watch the movie, right? It's not Wicked features witches that have magical powers, therefore it is demonic and bad, right? It's if you are watching the movie with the mindset that, you know, like you want to watch it to see these, you know, powerful women who are witches that are like using witchcraft stuff, and that's like why you're watching it, and you like you're obsessed with that kind of stuff, and watching that is feeding that, that is not good, right? But like in my case, if you're watching it because it has fantastic acting and great cinematography and storytelling, right? And I'm a filmmaker and I want to learn from watching this movie, right? That isn't an idol. That isn't demonic. That isn't bad. The movie itself isn't inherently bad. It's how you approach it and how your perspective on it going into it. Like why are you watching the movie, right? Like this poster of Boss Baby, like that isn't it's not like putting that above my bed and not having the cross there is like me worshiping that movie. I just love that movie because it has great storytelling and it makes me cry every time, right? And it has like good family values, which I'm sure is something, I'm sure, you know, Jesus would love that movie if he was alive right now. But I mean, he is alive, but like if he saw it anyway. So I think it just gets more complicated, and you have to look at your heart posture to determine if something is an idol in your life, right? You can use social media, you could use even being overly religious, right? Like the Pharisees, you can use that as an idol where you're like, you know, I have to do everything right. I have to, you know, wear the cross or whatever and you be obsessed with that. And that is where you find your comfort and your strength and your self-worth is like, I'm an awesome Christian, and not that, you know, Jesus died on the cross for me. And that's like, if that's not the focus, then whatever your focus is, that's an idol. And it could even be, you know, religiously related. And you think, oh, well, you know, that can't be an idol. Like, it's all God. It's like, well, no, that can still be an idol too, because you have to look at your heart posture. And if you're using that as something to comfort you and something to turn to when you need help, that is not, it could even be talking to people, right? Like if you talk to people and processing to people, like that's not bad. But if that starts to replace talking and processing things with God, you know, and that comes first, and you'd rather do that if you had to pick one of the two, then that's an idol too. So anyway, that's just kind of my 2 cents on that. If you got something out of this video or you relate to that at all, I would love to hear about it in the comments. But yeah, thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.